Pretty much over my career, I've spent about as much time writing, acting, and directing in the theater. If I would write a part for myself, it meant that I had a part. And then out of necessity, you have to put these shows together, and my favorite part of all in the theater is directing. You know, I've been artistic director of theaters now for 30 years, meaning I choose plays and then decide whether I'll direct them myself or have someone else direct them. But just that vision of bringing all the people together and like making a giant stew. And when the stew tastes really good, it means there's a whole pile of parts that have come together in a good way. It's interesting to think of how I became a performer. I don't know if I was born one. I don't know if anybody's born anything, but from my earliest recollections, I suppose I had a vivid imagination. People have asked me the question hundreds of times, who is Lucien? Is he a real person? Is it a part of you? And I'd have to say all of the above. Going to university, while I was studying to be an actor, I worked in the paper mill on the North Shore in Dalhousie, where I'm from. And it was a place where over 1,000 people worked, and I believe of the 1,000 people, there were maybe 5 women who worked in the office. It was like a very male-dominated place. Somehow these men, they had a vulnerability to them, and I suppose that this character that I created is what we call an amalgamum. Just to prove that I'm not spouting nonsense, here's the poster from the very first touring TNB show to have come through when the Capitol first reopened as its current Performing Arts Centre in the fall of 1993. You can see the Theatre New Brunswick season 93-94, and here for the Capitol Theatre Arts Centre, October 20th to 23rd, and a Saturday matinee. So tickets to be had at the TNB booth at Champlain Place. If you go to Champlain Place, you might not find a TNB booth today, but there was one then, and I'm proof. There's something about being a New Brunswicker that we have the best ability, I think, of anybody in the world to not take ourselves too seriously, to have a laugh at our expense, to not be worried about, oh my God, do I look bad? You know, well, if I look bad and it suits the role, all the better. There's got to be other people who are more deserving of this award. I'm certainly honored beyond and humbled beyond belief to accept this award. Especially when I know I'm sharing it among many people whom I've worked with over the years who have received this. So often people give advice, and I think it's poor advice to say to someone, well, if you want to be an actor, make sure you have something to fall back on. So you end up studying to be a teacher for 5 years, and you end up, whatever energy they could have put towards making yourself the best performer has been spent on something else. If you want to be, in my case, a performer, focus everything you have, every ounce of your energy into making that happen. I'm only the sum of my parts, and I would like to say that I wouldn't be who I am without my partner, my wife Patricia, who has been a great, not only life partner, but support and managed a lot of my career. Whether it's a musical performance or someone singing a great aria or laughing, and when you laugh and you're right next to someone, your shoulder moves and it encourages them to get passed along, and it's great to be, you know, on stage at times like that, but it's equally as great to be in the audience and experience that kind of joy.